Husker Harvest Days is going on near Grand Island, and we're going to talk a little high Oleic soybeans now with a Nebraska farm family, Eugene and Shelia Goering. They farm around the Columbus area. Eugene, let's talk about this as we look at ways to continue to add value to Nebraska soybeans. This high Oleic, and it's finally arrived. So talk about growing high Oleic soybeans on your farm.
Yeah, we're planted all high Oleic soybeans this year, and it's been really enjoyable because the production is the same as commodity soybeans with the exception of marketing, but the planting and care through the year is the exact same. As you drive by my field, nobody would notice any difference.
So with that, it's just like regular commercial type soybeans. It's simply a matter of a little different contract as you get started with it, or is it still an open market? Wait till after harvest.
No, this is contract from the start. We contract through our local co-op, and we deliver the beans to AGP in Hastings. It's a plenish type soybean, so they have a special use for the oil. It's a very healthy oil with no trans fats, and this is a trait that's going to really benefit consumers of the healthy oil.
All right, well, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but while Sheila's kind of unique, not only as a farm wife, but also as a chef, you've started to use some of these high Oleic oil, and let's talk about your experience with that.
It is very, it's heat resistant, so it holds its heat. It doesn't break down as fast, so the fryers are very much easier to clean. The oil is light. Your product, what you're deep fat frying, is very light and crisp, and it doesn't have that oily taste to it.
So this would take the place of traditional vegetable oil, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Use it for anything?
Yes, and you can use it in your baking also, like when you're baking pies and cookies and stuff. So
I would guess probably the first thing that you're concerned about is probably two things. One, consistency, but obviously taste.
Taste, yeah, and I don't want the oily, taste to it. So
what have you baked or I guess produced with this oil?
We have we do stir fry, and we've used it with that. We donated some to some organizations for the fish fries, and there was a remarkably difference in that. The fish was a lot crisper, lighter in color, and no oily taste to it.
All right. Now this is not available commercially yet, right? It's still, or if it is, it's still kind of limited. Is that right?
From what I hear, it's available on a limited basis in Nebraska. You have to ask for it. We're as a soybean board, we're trying to get it more into the area, and the restaurants and commercial products will probably be the first ones that we have access to it.
You also serve on the Nebraska Soybean Board, and so this is one of those things that you all have been working on at trying to find only new uses, added value, but you're one of those that's taken that step as well as say, well, if we're going to be investing in it, I'm going to do it myself. So again, I guess maybe go through that decision process of why you decided to plant all your soybeans as high Oleic varieties.
Well, I've studied the issue, and I've talked to growers. It's been growing 3 years in Ohio and Indiana, in that area, and the growers out there have told me that it works really well. And when we were offered a premium to grow these, we decided to jump in, and I like the idea of promoting an industry and a healthy trait that consumers can use. It's a win-win. The farmers can win, the cooks win, and the consumers win. So.
Well, again, good luck. Thanks for the update on high Oleic soybean oil. So,
thanks.
Thanks, Ken.
Eugene and Shelia Goering has joined us. They're farmers from Columbus. We've been talking high Oleic soybean oil. From Husker Harvest Days near Grand Island, I'm Ken Rogers.